infatuated with the in-between, the ups, the downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the food cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the food cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the food cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the food cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live! Welcome to the Underdog Journey. I'm West. This guy is not here. And we're coming to you live from sunny Central Ohio. Well, sun's almost down, but it was a nice day, and we don't often get to say that in Central Ohio. So I'm coming to you solo, in case you didn't notice. So today's going to be interesting. We're going to see how it goes. This is actually the first time that I'm coming to you solo on the Underdog Journey. So fingers crossed. All right. Well, today is going to be an interesting show. This is actually one that I'm pretty excited to do. So, a lot of our audience are YouTubers, surprisingly. So, between Shannon Black and those crowd there, we actually get a lot of people asking about YouTube channel questions. Shannon is a wealth of information there. He knows a ton. Actually, likely way more than me. So, but again, a lot of our viewers are YouTubers. So we're going to go through some of the biggest mistakes that YouTubers make. some that they're likely making and not even realizing it. These are mistakes often made by smaller or newer YouTubers because some of these will actually get your account deleted. So if you make these mistakes, some of them, you're going to find out really quick. So, all right. Well, in the tradition of the Underdog Journey, I'm going to go through what I'm drinking today. So I am drinking Old Rannel. Old Rannel. That sounds like a typo, but it's not. It's a Pilsner. It's a Pilsner from Greenbrier Valley Brewing. And this is one I picked up in when I was driving through West Virginia. We stopped at a place called Tamarack, and this was one of the beers there. It's Pilsner. Pretty tasty. Kind of like it, and it's going to get the job done. So, that drink is to dead air. And as David Leffingwell always noted, I have copious notes. So I won't be able to keep a close eye on the comments. If the comments come through and I don't comment on your comment, comment again or keep your comment to yourself. But leave more comments because I want to say the word comment a lot more, apparently. How's the show going so far? Is it pretty good? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Normally I have somebody to talk to, and that's not happening today. So, all right. David says he is rocking the Hofbrauhaus Columbus Lager tonight. So luckily somebody got that, but Hofbrauhaus Columbus, Jason over there is an amazing brewer, and he makes an incredible lager. My favorite from the Hofbrauhaus in Columbus is their Dunkelweizen, which is basically a cross between a Dunkel, kind of like a dark lager, and a Hefeweizen. So super, super tasty. All right. Well, let's move on. Let's get right to the topic. Since I don't have anybody else to riff off of, let's get right to it. Okay. Like I said, some of these mistakes are super common and really, really important to know if you want to get started in YouTube. So, because some of these things can get you deleted, they can also get you, flagged by the algorithm and potentially suppressed. So, at the very least, you could be suppressed by the YouTube algorithm, which is really smart. At the worst, you can actually lose your YouTube channel that you spent, hours and hours and hours, days and weeks building. So these are actually really important things to know. So let's get started with the most important one. And in my opinion, this is the most important because we've talked about this a lot in the past. This is one that is important not only for YouTube, but anything that you want to do in business. Anything that you want to do really in life, frankly, which is get started right now. That sounds easy, right? It sounds super easy. And it should be. It should be the easiest thing in the world to get started, but it's actually the hardest part of starting a YouTube channel. And, even once you have a YouTube channel, making each individual video, it's easy to procrastinate. It's easy to put that off. What you need to remember is get started right now, whether you're ready or not. And there's an old saying that that David and I would often talk about. I'm not sure where this came from. I think it's Chinese, maybe, but it says, "When was the best time to plant a tree?" 30 years ago, obviously. When's the second best time to plant a tree? Right now. Why is that? Because 30 years ago, guess what? You could be anywhere in the world right now had you just started 30 years ago, but you didn't. The second best time is right now because there's no time like the present. The more you procrastinate, the less successful you're going to be. Just plain and simple. You put it off till tomorrow, guess what? Your competition has a day's head start on you. That's how you have to look at it. So get started right now. And it sounds really, really obvious, but it's also, like I said, really easy to procrastinate. I can't tell you how many people I've spoken with who want to start a YouTube channel or a podcast or, some sort of a project, building a business, whatever. But they're waiting. They got a lot going on right now. This week is just not the right week for them. They're just super busy and they can't start right now. So they're going to start next week. That's fine. Well, the problem is once you put something off, it's procrastination. It becomes that much easier to put it off again. Next week becomes the following week, and the following week becomes the following month. And it's maybe in the fall. I'll clear some things off my plate, and then I'll do it. Guess what? Next week is never going to come. next fall is never going to come. You're never going to get it done because you're going to keep procrastinating. But in the meantime, while you're waiting, you're doing a ton of research. You're watching a lot of YouTube videos on these subjects, and you're reading some blogs, and man, you're just soaking up all the information. And you're gonna be that much further ahead when you actually do start. Guess what? You feel like you're making progress, but you're not. There's a name for that. It's called analysis paralysis. Analysis paralysis is a real thing. You do a ton of research, you get caught up in all the data, but you never do anything with it. You never apply it. That's what analysis paralysis is. You just pause. You soak up all the information and you pause. And there's a couple reasons for this. One is your brain actually tricks you into believing that you're being productive. You feel like, you've watched 100 hours of YouTube videos on this one subject. Man, you feel like you've done a lot, and you've done a lot of research. You've done your homework. You haven't done anything. You spent 100 hours watching YouTube. That's it. You might as well have been watching SpongeBob. It doesn't mean anything. You need to actually apply what you learn. Otherwise, it's completely useless. So learn as you go. Here's the best thing that I can tell you. Here's the best piece of advice for this one that I can tell you. Learn to fly on your way down. Learn to fly on your way down. Jump, take that leap, and make it work. Guess what? You're going to make mistakes. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. Look at this channel. We've made a ton of mistakes. I can't tell you how many videos that we did, how many times we went live, and we did it 100% right. There weren't many. There were always audio issues or camera issues or streaming issues of some kind or another. And you know what? We worked through it. And that's what you have to do. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Don't watch 100 hours of YouTube videos and think you're being productive, because you're not. I got to be blunt about it. You're not. So start right now, before you're ready. That's the key. Another thing is, people think, well, I'm just gonna wait until I get the right equipment. That next paycheck, man, I'm gonna get a really nice camera. I'm gonna get this, $1,000 camera. I'm gonna get this really nice, mic that's a couple $100. Or, I need a new laptop or this software. Guess what? You don't need that. You don't need any of it. 99% of people in America right now have one of these. A smartphone. You got this. Guess what? HD camera. Pretty decent mic. Most people, I'll say a lot of people, I don't know the stats on this. A lot of people have unlimited data. Guess what? That's your upload. You can film your entire thing from one of these. It can be handheld. Tons of people do it. Or you can get a tiny tripod. Tons of people do it. You don't need the whole setup. You don't need the software. You have everything that you need right here. This is it. This is all you need. So if you're putting off starting because you don't have the equipment, guess what? You have the equipment. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear tell you that it's this other reason. It's this other outside force that's stopping you from doing this thing. Again, David and I have spoken about this a lot on this channel. You just need to start right now. Start before you're ready, because that's key. And that is number one. That's the number one mistake I think people make on YouTube. And again, this doesn't go for just starting a channel. This goes for people who already have channels. Every time you get in front of that camera, it's hard, man. It is. I'm sitting here in an empty room, talking to a camera, into a mic, no feedback from anybody, reading from a script. That's it. It's hard. It's intimidating. But you need to step up, and you need to do it, because you're not going to grow. You're not going to get better. You're not going to succeed if you don't try. And that's it. Man, I wish I had written down the name of who this quote was from, but I think it's Marcus Aurelius. This is going to be a terrible paraphrase, man, a terrible paraphrase. But he spoke about what is worse, dying or never having lived in the first place, right? If you don't try, guess what? You can't fail. But was it worth it? But was it even worth it? Exactly. If you don't try, you can't fail. But guess what? If you don't start, you can't succeed. That's what it comes down to. So that is the number one mistake that people are making on YouTube right now. Not just new YouTubers, existing YouTubers as well. So number two, let's assume that you already have a YouTube channel. Let's say you've been doing this for a while. You're not a new YouTuber. This ain't your first rodeo. What are some of the mistakes you're probably making right now and don't even realize it? And this one will definitely get you deleted from YouTube. This is actually in their terms of service, okay? So you may not even know that you're doing it wrong, in fact. A lot of people probably think this is the right way to do it, which is tag stuffing. Tag stuffing. I'll bet most people out there, I'll bet YouTubers who are watching this right now don't even know what tag stuffing is. So tag stuffing is super common, like I said, mainly because people don't even know that they're doing it the wrong way. Basically what this is, when you're uploading a video, and I'll show you here in a second, when you're uploading a video, you have a section to enter your comments, and you have another section to enter tags. Well, a lot of people just make a list of tags and keyword. Tags are basically keywords, if you know SEO at all, and we can get into that more. They'll basically cram a ton of keywords and tags into the description of their video, rather than putting it into the tag section where it belongs. And again, mainly this is because people don't really know how tags and keywords work in YouTube. It's unfortunate, but this is something we all need to learn. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull this up here, and guess what? I'm live, so you guys have to just bear with me. Okay. Well, it's not going to really let me do it. All right. Well, this is the joy of live video. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go in and see if we can do this live. Let's check this out. And I'll describe what went wrong in the first place. Okay, so basically, when you upload a video, you're in YouTube, upload video right here. And I started doing this before, and this is what went wrong. I tried to upload a video, and I had it uploading, but I think the upload failed at the beginning of this stream. So we're going to select a video real quick, and we're going to see if we can get it to upload. And maybe we can get this done. Let's give it a shot. And here's one of the problems that I hate. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna upload one of these. That looks like a nice small video. Okay, so you have your video title. You have your description. Well, guess what? You also have down here under the show more. You have this nice little tag box here, and you can have 500 characters in here. This is where you put your tags and your keywords. Basically, if you want your video to be found, okay? I'm not sure if you guys know this. YouTube is actually one of the biggest search engines on the internet. Yeah, Google owns YouTube, so go figure it's a search engine. But it functions like a search engine. You actually enter, when you're searching for a video, you enter information or a topic that you're looking for, and it'll give you a whole list of things. In addition, it has an algorithm built in that anticipates what you're looking for based on your past viewing history. Okay, we're not going to get into the algorithms. That's going to be another fun show. David, I'm sure David's laughing right now. But in your tag section, guess what? These are three cool young people. Okay, we're gonna have a tag of cool people. Enter. And I can enter a ton of keywords here, tags. And when somebody searches for a specific topic, cool people, guess what? This is the algorithm looks at this and says this applies to what this person is probably looking for. Let's say you have a video on Old Randall Pilsner. Well, guess what? You'd enter Old Randall Pilsner here, or you'd enter Glenbrier Valley Brewing, or Pilsner beer. All of those can be keywords, tags, and the more specific, the better, because you're going to come up in the algorithm for people who are looking for that topic much more readily. The mistake people make, however, is instead of using the tags and keywords down here where they're supposed to go, they enter them up here. They'll cram, 5,000 characters worth of keywords and tags into this section, and that is not the way to do it. This is actually in YouTube's terms of service, and they specifically call out. Oh, I think we're getting a live studio audience here with us. But they specifically call this out in the terms of service. It's not allowed, and that will get your channel deleted. Oh, we have our live studio audience. It's Matthew Harmon. I thought it was going to be my children. Little did I know, it is my third child, even though he's older than I am.
You certainly supply me with things.
I do. I enable his alcoholism. Yeah, my brother-in-law was over here, and I think he drank. He drank a lot of that. If I mean, he doesn't watch this, so it's fine. So. If you need more, there's other whiskeys.
I know.
So yeah. All right. I need to buy more bourbon for Matt Harmon to drink. Is what he's trying to tell me. So tag stuffing is specifically called out. That's a no-no. You don't want to do it. Because again, if they find out that you're doing it, you can do it for a while. You can get away with it for a while, but eventually the algorithm is going to catch up with you. It always does. The algorithm always wins. It's like Vegas. Matt, how you doing?
Been a very rough week, but I'm doing much better now.
What was wrong with your week? Can you say it online?
Brain stuff.
Brains. It's always brain stuff with him. It's not working right.
It's just not.
Are you sure you should be drinking?
Yeah, now more than ever.
Okay.
Where's Dave?
Yeah, we don't say that name on this channel anymore.
We don't say the D word?
We don't say the D word.
Are we disliking him now? Because I'm, whatever. As long as he's
no,
not giving me bourbon, I'll dislike anybody you tell me.
Yeah, that's right. I give him bourbon. You give him nothing. You don't even show up. That's your own fault. He's off doing something. Who knows?
Oh, for
He's
heaven's
off.
sakes.
I don't know. I'm not even looking at the comments.
All right.
It's a whole thing.
Oh,
David
keep
Leffingwell. All right. So, Matt, today we're talking about the biggest things, biggest mistakes that you can make on YouTube, and some of them will get your channel deleted. So
That would be such a shame.
it would be. It would be a shame. It's no fun. It's not fun at all.
Oh, I'm blocked on Twitter, and I've never been on Twitter.
Huh? What?
Apparently, I'm blocked on Twitter.
What makes you think you're blocked on Twitter?
I got an email from Twitter saying I'm blocked.
Was this like the email that you got that said they're blackmailing you and they're going to release videos online unless you pay them?
No, this was.
I think you're being
now that
scammed.
I think about it. I clicked on the link and it took me to Twitter.
I think you're being scammed.
But I was on Twitter and it says your account has been blocked.
You said you're not on Twitter.
I know. I clicked on the link. It took me to Twitter. Now I'm thinking about it. It was stupid for me to click on the link.
Do you have a Twitter account?
No.
Yeah, he's having brain things right now.
Well, that's the problem too. Maybe I do have a Twitter account. I have no idea.
Maybe you do. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably spam.
Okay, well then I'm gonna ignore it.
Maybe don't click on links.
I should not have, but look, you know what?
It's
I know,
Twitter.
I know better.
Well, were they asking for like your bank information
nothing
to
like
get that reset
It
up?
just said, we don't like you and your band.
In your band?
I don't remember. It just said your account's been permanently blocked.
Oh, band is in you're not allowed on. Not like your band, like you play music. I was gonna say
Oh,
that's.
no.
I didn't know you played music.
No,
That's pretty cool.
I do hum. I don't think that works.
Exactly. David Leffingwell says, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is what a spam look. This is what a scam looks like." And yes, it is. Are you watching us back there?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm looking for the comments. Nobody's commenting. What's wrong with you people?
Well, because David's not on. He's the color commentary. Nobody wants to see this guy doing stuff by himself. But we're gonna get to the next thing, next biggest mistake that you can make on YouTube. And this is one that again we've talked a lot about in the past, which is be consistent. We actually have a T-shirt on our Teespring account. It's not Teespring. I keep saying Teespring. It's just Spring now. Go to spring.com. Used to be Teespring. Whatever. I guess they do more than just teas now. But we have a T-shirt that says "Consistent success equals consistency over time," and it's 100% true. Be consistent, and that goes in a couple different directions, right? One is not just about one is the production itself. Okay, so you need to put out consistent videos, a consistent stream of videos over on a regular basis, right? You can't just post once a week for a month and then not post it all the following week. Because what that's going to do, all that's going to do is you're going to lose the interest of everybody who's subscribed during that previous month. Everybody who looks for your content in the future, they're not going to find it for the following month. Your existing subscribers are going to leave, and they're not going to come back because they're not going to trust you again. Those people that you worked hard to get as subscribers, as followers, they're going to leave you. And guess what? The algorithm is going to notice as well. Okay? The algorithm actually rewards you for being consistent. And that's not just, the more content you put out there, the better. It goes for, time of day that you post, the day of the week that you post. The more consistent you post, as far as being on a regular schedule for long periods of time, the algorithm notices this and it will push your content out that much more. And that's one of the reasons why big YouTubers, they post on this at same day, same time, every single week or possibly day, as often as possible. They'll actually stack up videos ahead of time. They'll create a month's worth of videos, and they'll go on vacation for a month, and guess what? They'll still schedule those videos to go out the same time, same day, every single time. And this is why. It's consistency. You need to build that consistency because it shows the algorithm you're serious, and it shows your audience that you're serious.
That really actually matters to me.
Absolutely.
When somebody's late or they don't show up at all that week, and they have a channel that that they advertise that they're going to be consistent, and then they're not, it's a big deal.
Absolutely. And, the other direction this can go is consistency in your branding. So, part of it is you need to build a look and a feel and a voice for your channel. And the second you deviate from that, guess what? It sucks, but the internet is fickle. They don't like change. It's good to experiment. You got to experiment. You got to try new things. But when you build that brand and you build that consistent look and feel and voice, that's going to make people comfortable. They're going to join you, and they're going to want to join you in the future because they know what to expect. They want new content, and they want that content to grow and develop over time, but you need to be consistent with your branding as well. So that's just important to me as well. If you notice a huge change in a channel that was never there before, it's just unnerving. It just feels weird. The other thing is consistency as far as your topic, your niche. That's another thing. Be consistent in your niche. I can't come on here every week and talk about business, and then one week I randomly come on and start talking about, landscaping. I don't know. It's not going to make sense to anybody. They're not going to know what to expect. You can't watch a sports channel and then all of a sudden they start talking about, needlepoint. I don't know. Or whiskey. It'd be cool. But it's not really what people who go there on a consistent basis, it's not what they look for.
Or freakonomics.
Or freakonomics.
Freakonomics went from purely economics, purely numbers. And when they got sponsors, they started a podcast and they got sponsors. Next thing you know, they're getting more political.
Oh,
they're taking sides. Freakonomics, who prided themselves on being solely about the numbers, started to take sides politically. That was done. Yeah,
and maybe that's one that I didn't enter here. So we'll call that a 3.5. So number 3 was be consistent. We'll say 3.5. Keep politics out of your channel. Unless your channel is specifically about politics, keep politics out of your channel. And we've talked a lot about that in business too. Unless your business is politics, keep politics out of your business.
All right.
Because guess what? At the very best case scenario, you're going to be alienating half your audience, half your potential audience. The country is so split right now. You're losing at least half the people out there. Guess what? Keep politics out of your content, unless your content is specifically about politics. So that's a good one. That's a great point. All right. So consistency. It can go a number of different directions, but it's worth every bit of consideration you need. Number 4 is, again, this is another one that can get your channel deleted really fast, which is using copyrighted material. It sounds obvious, right? You don't want to use, who's a big pop star? I don't know. Is J Lo still a thing?
Iggy
But
Pop?
Iggy Pop. You don't want to use an Iggy Pop song. I think all the kids are listening to the Iggy Pop.
Yeah, I think
Sure,
so,
why not? You don't want to be listening to, we'll say the Beatles. You don't want to be listening to a full Beatles album in the background while you're doing your thing. You can't use an Iggy Pop song in your intro, the intro of your video. We all kind of know this. But, we've all seen those videos where they'll use a small clip here and there. They'll use, 5 seconds, a couple seconds of a song. But guess what? That can still get your channel deleted really quick. At the very least, it'll get your video flagged. Because here's the thing. YouTube, like I said, they have some really, really powerful algorithms. And they pick up on music really fast. One of two things will happen. One, it'll pick up on the song or the video clip at the time of upload, and it won't let you upload it. Another possibility is it'll let you upload the video, but it may not make it public. It may not push it out to anyone because it has copyrighted content in there. There's a lot of people who think they can use videos and music, clips of them, under fair use. Well, fair use really only goes so far. Unless you really understand that part of the law, don't flirt with it, because I promise you, you will get flagged. A couple weeks ago, David whistled the Harry Potter theme song.
Yeah.
And we were flagged. It wasn't even the actual song.
That fast.
He whistled just part of it. And we were flagged on Facebook. In fact, when you guys may not see it, but when David and I look at the Facebook channel or the Facebook page, it actually says part of your video is muted because of copyrighted music.
Yep.
It's insane.
We had a good laugh.
Yeah, I believe it. These algorithms are nuts. And beyond that, here's something else you need to remember. Okay, not just an algorithm will flag you. Individuals can then go in, or companies can go in, and they can flag you. And they can say, hey, Viacom can come along and say, hey, YouTube, this video has is using our content. And one of a couple things can happen. One, they can delete your channel. It's at their it's in the terms of service. If they want to, on that single complaint, they can delete your channel. In addition, some other things they can do. If they don't delete your channel, they can demonetize it. Or they can take the monetization of your channel, or of that video specifically, and give that monetization, the money that brings in, to that third party, to that person whose content that you borrowed. So don't think that you're getting away with anything under the guise of fair use, because fair use
is very vaguely written.
Very, very deliberately vaguely written.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a joke at the college.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
And so and these things are quick too. Remember the NFT show that we did?
Yes.
I created a promo that used a song, part of a song that was on SNL, just like 2 nights prior.
Right.
And NBC had it flagged on Facebook, and they took down that video. And it was just it wasn't even like a well-known song, but it was like and it was from 2 days previous.
So is that
they
fast?
still flagged it.
Yeah.
They're real fast. They are on the ball. Do not try and use copyrighted content. It's not worth the risk. So
people like hearing original tunes anyway. Like the opening. It's one of the neat things about a lot of these podcasts is they have these unique openings written by these independent artists you haven't heard from before.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Well, ours, we have Funkin' Up the Neighborhood by the MFB.
Yeah.
So Funkle Sam, if you're watching, thank you, man. He actually said that we can use his song.
And it works. It's a really good opening.
It's pretty cool. It's a cool song. It's catchy. So, copyrighted content, don't use it. It's not worth the risk. Number 5 is one that we've all heard all our lives. And I promise you, every single time that you've heard this, you've rolled your eyes. Number 5 is be yourself. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that nice? Be yourself. So, and by that, I mean be genuine. Don't try and create a channel and copy some other YouTuber's style. It's not going to work. there's the I lost my place in my notes, but I'll just wing it. Okay. So, you can't come on YouTube and think, I'm going to make a channel and I'm going to be the next Casey Neistat, or I'm going to be the next Joe Rogan. Yeah, I said it. There you go. Okay. You can't do it. You can't go online and be somebody that you're not. It's built in. It's almost subconscious. It's actually built into our brains. When somebody senses that you're being disingenuous, or you're being, less than honest, or you're just not being yourself, we pick up on it really fast. Even if you don't realize you're picking up on it, you do. When somebody comes off as phony, that's burned into your brain, and you can't get rid of it. So you need to be genuine. You need to be yourself. Again, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel and you want to be the next Joe Rogan. I said it again. Or the next, whoever the other big, talking head is on YouTube.
Are you supposed to be drinking every time you say that?
I don't know. I drink anyway.
All right, there you go.
Let's say you want to be that person, or you want to do something like what that person does. Guess what? The internet already has a Joe Rogan. You're not going to be the next Joe Rogan. That's 2 more drinks. And they don't want another one. So, yeah, you could possibly go on and do something similar. You can follow the same format, but you can't copy that. You're never going to compete with that level of success, copying exactly what they do. How can you make that format your own? How can you apply this to your own personality? Again, even if it's not somebody as big as a Joe Rogan, another drink, you gotta think about the fact that these people have been doing this for a long time. Any successful YouTuber, or person in business, or radio personality, or podcast, they've been doing this for a long time. And they built up their channel and their show around their personality. It's not going to work for you, just like it wouldn't work for me. So you need to think, you can copy the style or the format. You can copy the format. You can't copy the style because it's not a style for you specifically. So again, how do you make it your own? That's something you need to think about. And even if you are an existing YouTuber, or you already have a podcast or something along those lines, and you feel like you're not being yourself, maybe take a step back, take a step back, think about what doesn't feel right about it, what could be more you, and make it your own. This is why this works for me, because I naturally sound like a VCR repair manual. It's just how I speak. You should ask my current wife. She'll totally attest to that.
Yes.
See, Matt knows. But be yourself. Don't roll your eyes. You know it's true, and it is a huge mistake that a lot of YouTubers make, regardless of what niche or genre they happen to be. So, the next one, let's see.
Well, while you're looking that up,
Mm-hmm.
let me pretend to be Dave here for a minute and go on a really fast talking tangent about fire suppression and all the chemicals that are involved in fire suppression. While you're looking up,
I can't.
There's no dead area.
Oh, we love the day. See, this is, and again, normally there is somebody talking in the background while I'm looking at notes, so I can actually catch up and keep up with myself.
TKP and triple powder.
I don't know what any of that means.
Oh, either.
He's just making stuff up. All right. This next one will also get your YouTube channel deleted. And this is one that can happen really fast.
Oh, wait. Say hi to Gwen. Gwen's watching.
Gwen, how you doing? It's good to meet you. Who's Gwen?
Somebody from my high school reunion. I just shared.
Oh, hey, Gwen. How you doing? If you haven't spoken to Matt since high school, you've probably been doing okay for yourself. I just got to leave it at that.
We just did a photo shoot.
Okay. Well, he is a great photographer. I'll give him that. He's pretty amazing. So, this next one will actually get you deleted. And this is one of those that I mentioned at the beginning of the show.
Say hi to Penny.
Is Penny watching?
Yep, Penny's watching.
Oh, that's weird. Hey, Penny, how you doing?
Crush on Penny since 10th grade.
What?
Crush on Penny since I was in 10th grade.
You've had a crush on Penny?
Yeah. Everybody
I
has
think
a
we're
crush
thinking
on
of a
Penny.
different Penny.
Penny Hamill.
Got it. Okay, that's not the Penny I was thinking of. I was going to say, this show is getting weird, Matt.
Different Penny. Yeah,
Yes.
Penny.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Hi, Penny. How you doing? Whoa. Okay. You scared me for a second. Okay. So the next one will definitely get you deleted, and I'm completely thrown off now by that weird conversation, which is spamming. Spamming. How do you spam on YouTube? I'm not talking about going on and leaving thumbs up on somebody's, on every one of somebody's videos. No, what I mean is going on and leaving, comments in the comment section, sub for sub. Some people even changed up, follow for follow, hug for hug, things like that. You can't do that. One, very best case scenario, the content creator will block your comments. Most of the time, however, they will report your comments to YouTube, and YouTube admins can delete your account for doing things like that. It's actually in the terms of service. They can delete you. So spamming in the comments is a really, really big no-no. You're actually seeing it a lot more now, though. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people right now who actually go on and will make an account named the same as the YouTube channel that you're watching. They'll even copy the picture over, because anybody can copy a name. The channel can be different, but have the same name as an existing YouTuber.
How is that not copyrighted?
What?
How do the YouTube algorithms not catch it because it's copyrighted?
It's not a name of a channel is not copyrighted.
Oh,
yeah, that's not copyrighted.
Okay.
But it is kind of a big hole right now. It's kind of a big hole in the system, because you can have a unique name on YouTube, the Underdog Journey. However, the name, it basically recognizes my name as a name. There's more than one person named John, even though the channel, the actual channel name is something completely different, right?
I gotcha.
Right. So they make it look the same as much as possible,
and
they'll go in and they'll comment in their own comments in the comment section of the actual creator's videos. Like, let's say you left a comment on Joe Rogan's video,
right,
that says, yeah, I totally love heads that are the size and shape of a bowling ball too. Okay, so this person will come on and they'll make their channel look exactly like Joe Rogan's.
Right.
They'll be Powerful JRE, I think is the name of it, whatever. And they'll say, "Hey Matt, I love your comment. Hit me up at this email address of this website, and I'll give you a special surprise."
My friend Wes tells me not to click on.
It's true.
Links.
Don't. Well, luckily you can't have an active link in the comments.
Okay.
But they'll put a URL.
Oh yeah,
or an email address.
I've tried to put my link on there.
Right.
Yeah.
But they'll put like a URL or an email address.
Yep.
And don't do it, because guess what? It's not that person.
No, say hi to Aunt April real quick.
Aunt April, how you doing? I hear great things about you. You sound like a wonderful human being.
Yeah, she helped raise me.
Oh, wow.
Until I was
You
5.
did a fantastic job, Aunt April.
Yeah, and then she spent some time in a special hospital after. Yeah, it was a handful.
I believe that. Matt Harmon, he's been having people hospitalized since 1945. He's much older than he looks. So, drinking to dead air there. Okay.
Oh, shoot, I missed my opportunity.
Spamming in the comments, don't do it. If you have a small channel, there are much, much better ways to grow. Shoot me an email or a comment, and I will give you all the details you need to grow your channel. Don't spam. Not worth it. It never works. Never, ever works. So, we're actually flying through this agenda a lot faster than we typically do.
Because Dave's not here.
Well, we don't have the tangents that we typically do.
Let me tell you about sales, and why we need to have sales, or sales with the sailing, and the Huguenots with the
Huguenots?
I don't know.
I like the name. Sounds kind of technical.
Huguenot actually means something. I forget. I remembered it today, and all of a sudden I've been saying Huguenot.
He's saying Huguenot.
Yeah. But no, the avatars. When you talk about the avatars and sales, and how sales and the avatars are two separate things.
Yeah. Okay. Now you sound like David.
There you go.
Good point. Okay. That worked. That worked. Okay. Now that we've had one of those random tangents, we can move on. The last thing is, I completely lost my place because of the random. You're killing me. You're killing me, Matt. So the last thing is using another YouTube creator in your tags. So earlier we actually talked about the tags in the upload section. When you're uploading a video, there's actually a specific section for tags. Oh, we have more live studio audience here.
It's the kids. Ah!
It is the kids. Hey, kids.
Hey there, the kids.
We have one. We have kid number 1. Where is kid number 2?
He's coming down slowly. There he is.
And kid number 2. Oh, how are you guys
Who are you
doing?
talking to?
I'm talking to Matt right behind me. But I'm looking this way. I don't like to look at him when I'm talking to him, so I look at the camera. Can you guys wave at the camera? Can you say hi?
Hi.
What did you guys do today?
In a few, a minute ago we were in the pool.
You were in the pool?
With only underwear.
No.
With only underwear on. No, please, sweet
You're in the. I thought you were wet because you were in the bath. You were in the pool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Jeez. So hey, did you guys were just on vacation? Did you
Yep.
like it?
Yeah, it
What-
was awesome.
What did you guys get to do?
We got to do like a lot of fun stuff. A whole bunch of
Like
fun
what? Did you swim on the beach?
Yeah, we swam at the beach.
Yeah. Your cousin Emma says that you guys look all tan and a little bit sunburned. Did you guys get a sunburn?
No.
No? Oh man. Oh, did you see? What did you see at the aquarium? What was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing was the octopus, and I'm tickling my dad right
Oh, I'm very ticklish. Hey, did we? Hey, so
That's just
Steve.
kind of fan.
Show the hand.
Steve asked if you
Steve
found any
showed
pirate
the
treasure.
hand.
Did you find any pirate treasure?
Yes.
You did find pirate treasure. Where is it?
At
home?
At home.
You are at home.
Yeah. You made us do it.
It's true. I did make you do it, and they did get some pirate treasure from the pirate show. Okay, you guys. That's okay. Well, no, don't touch that. This is not a great. Okay, good night, guys.
Bye. We'll see you later.
Don't hug him.
Yeah, you did the right thing, buddy.
I'm talking to you, not him.
I know there's some restraining orders, but they'll go away.
Exactly. Yeah, so Steve, I'm glad to see you. They actually did get some pirate treasure from the pirate show when we were at the beach. That was a lot of fun. So there we go. Lost.
KP and Purple K powder.
What?
I'm doing Dave.
He's doing the Dave thing. It's true. See, David, this is what happens when you miss. This guy tries to cover your
And I don't know
cover your
the terminology
tangents.
Right.
He's basically just has Tourette's back there. He's spouting random
I'm
nonsense.
just gonna start talking camera stuff because I know that.
There, it's just that's fine. That works too.
Yeah.
So I started. So the last and final thing is using another YouTube creator in your tags. So like I said, we went over the tag section of uploading a video, but a lot of smaller channels, a lot of newer YouTubers will actually try and use another creator in their tags. They'll say Joe Rogan because they think they have the same audience, or they'll say then whatever random other giant YouTuber name. Grimwood Hollow in my comments, in the tags, even though they're not associated with that other YouTube channel. That's also a big no-no. That's in the terms of service. You can't do that unless you're interviewing the person, unless you are collaborating one way or another, or even if your video is about that specific person, then you can have them and that channel in your tags. But until that's the case, you can't do it. It's a big no-no, and they will flag you for it. Yes, Steve, it was the Dolly Parton Pirate Extravaganza. Which, it's weird that Dolly Parton is doing a pirate show. I'm not really sure how they got started. It was pretty amazing, though. So we went to this really big venue, and these pirates are coming out doing the song and dance thing, and it was family-friendly. It's not what you're thinking. It was actually a family-friendly show. And it was like Cirque du Soleil. Like, these guys are like doing flips and jumps, and there's fire and smoke. It was nuts and pretty amazing. I was very, very impressed with the athleticism. I didn't realize the life of a pirate was so physically demanding.
You didn't realize that?
Well, did you know that the life of a pirate was so physically demanding?
Yes.
They are very well known for their songs and dances.
There really was a lot of singing and dancing back then. Is this any good? Bullet?
Bullet?
Vodka?
Yeah, vodka?
Or whiskey?
Bullet vodka is really good. I recommend Bullet vodka.
Like
So
I said,
the
it's been
whiskey's
a hard week.
the whiskey's pretty good.
All right.
The whiskey is pretty good. You've had a hard week, Matt. We'll give that to you. So my whiskey selection's actually getting kind of slim. I do need to fill it out a little bit. So those have been the top things, the top mistakes that YouTubers are making. Some of them will get you deleted. Some of them are going to get you blocked. But every single one of them is a mistake that will hold your channel back. Like I said, a lot of the viewers of the Underdog Journey are YouTubers, and I promise you, some of those things, some of those mistakes they're making and don't even realize it.
Well,
so
what happens if they get blocked? What's the process? Or they get deleted, or they get punished in some way or another.
Sure.
How do they appeal? Do you have any idea?
Well, that's part of the problem, right? YouTube, they kind of do what they want. So a lot of the if they don't delete your channel, let's just say they block your channel for a number of days, a period of time.
Right.
A lot of times there is, sort of that period where they'll just say, you can't post any new content for the next 30 days, something along those lines. However, if just one of those admins doesn't like the look of your haircut, doesn't like the cut of your jib, I don't know what a jib is.
It's a sale.
It's a you know what, Steve? I'm sorry, I missed the pirate reference. If they don't like the cut of your jib, they can make you walk the plank, and you're done for.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you could go and make a new YouTube channel. However, all of your existing audience is completely gone. You'd have to start over from scratch.
Right.
And if the admins find out that it's you, like say you want to monetize, again, your new channel, you can't. They're going to notice it's you. They notice you're on the blacklist. You're out.
Really?
Yep. You're done.
Huh. All right.
And that's true with every social media platform. So, there are other things they can do that you won't even realize they're doing. They can, up until recently, this was considered like a myth. They said didn't exist, but now that we know it's real, they can shadow ban you. This is something the algorithm can do or an admin can do. Basically, what that is,
don't show up,
you
right?
just don't show up to anybody. And one of my my other YouTube channel is a pipe channel. So I don't know if you guys know.
No.
I like a pipe. I like a matey. I like a pipe as I'm sailing the seven seas. So I look darn good.
Yes, you look awesome with a pipe.
I look good.
Yes.
With a pipe. I make it look, if I want to be serious, if I want to be really serious and solve some mysteries.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
So I got it going on. But I don't even know where I was going with that.
Purple K powder. Oh no, wait.
Exactly.
Cameras, f-stops.
That is a camera thing. You're right. So, there you go. It's also never mind. So I completely lost my train of thought. The point being, where I know I had a point there. I know I had a good point. Thanks, Matt, for ruining that.
As a freshman, as a second semester freshman at a college,
Okay.
full time, I had a high school photography teacher come out and to the college.
Okay.
And he's my neighbor, so I set up this tour for him, but I set it up with the admissions department. I set it up with the photography department and with the wood shop and fabrication lab.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So he got every one of his needs met while he was out there. But more than that, we haven't had a student from this college or from this high school apply to this college in quite a while.
Okay.
So in the stroke of networking, I was able to establish a link between our college and this local high school. I won't say the name of the high school because I don't want to be shadow banned. But all of a sudden, my stock went up. So
okay.
all I'm saying is networking's great.
And that was a great random tangent. So that's exactly what we needed. So that was actually a good random tangent.
Thank you.
Okay. So back to shadow banning. Thanks for reminding me. One of the things that's happening right now is on specific topics, specific subjects are being shadow banned. Like I said, my other YouTube channel is a pipe channel. And I think it's okay. I haven't posted in there in a while. I actually broke one of my own rules and I wasn't consistent. I haven't posted in a while. So I will post another video on there very, very soon. I'm working on that right now. But the subject of tobacco, whether it's pipes or cigars or other things. Cigarettes are disgusting. Don't smoke cigarettes. They are disgusting, full of chemicals that will kill you. However, a pipe is actually statistically proven to lengthen your lifespan. I'll show you the data on that later. But anything tobacco related is being suppressed. You can still upload your videos. You can still upload your content. You can still share your content out with your existing subscribers. However, your content is not being shared out to the rest of the YouTube community. So you're actually seeing a lot of people with really successful YouTube channels in this cigar or pipe realm who are just moving on. They're leaving YouTube altogether and going to other social media platforms. And I'll actually go in and we'll talk about some alternative social media platforms eventually. And it's just the nature of the beast. Unfortunately, they've decided that these creators aren't valuable to them, and they are completely shadow banning all of their content. Anna Calendar says, "Where is David?" That's actually a great question.
We'd like to know that.
Where in the world is David
I
Leffingwell?
think he might be stuck under a refrigerator that toppled over on him. He's trying to claw his way to the podcast, but it's a big refrigerator.
Right, that's it. So while David Leffingwell is stuck under a refrigerator, likely he will be found in 6 to 8 months as a shriveled husk. The rest of us actually have work to do.
Can I say though that when you text somebody,
Okay.
and somebody you know and you're expecting a text back,
Okay.
they don't text you back.
Okay.
Now you don't want to get on there and say, "Hey, where's my text back?" You're being a jerk. What you do is you get on there and say, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you stuck under a refrigerator? I'm worried about you. You haven't texted back." And it could be a refrigerator, it could be a couch, it could be a boxcar, whatever you want to put on top of this person for not texting back.
Mhm.
But that way you're showing that you're concerned instead of saying, "Why haven't you texted me back?" But
Sure.
it does prompt them because sometimes you just forget.
Sure. That's and that makes perfect sense. So these are just the kind of tangents that we needed earlier in the show.
I really wish I'd been here sooner.
Look, we really missed out,
I actually
Matt.
wasn't drinking enough at that point to do a tangent.
It's true. I know you've been having your brain issues, as you put it. So
Well, this
booze
certainly straightened them out.
booze always helps with the brain issues. It creates them and it fixes them at the same time.
Shot whiskey through my nose.
Great. Okay. Yeah, this show goes downhill real fast. In case it's your first time watching.
Well, my Uncle Kevin got on, but I don't know that he's still there.
Nope. I think Uncle Kevin's gone. Uncle Kevin, if you're watching, thank you. To everybody else, it's been fun. It's been interesting, and this may be the format of the show because apparently other people don't like us very much, and we're left here speaking to ourselves in an empty room. There's a country music song in there somewhere. I know it.
One life-changing hack.
What is your life-changing
Okay,
hack?
are you ready?
Sure.
I'm gonna even scooch because you got such a small or a large aperture opening that I'm blurry in the background. The large aperture opening. See cameras? All right, so this, I promise you, this will work in business, in your personal life, whenever you need a distraction, and a sincere distraction that will buy you 5 to 7 seconds of pure distraction time. All right, so say you're in a meeting and you're called on and you don't have the answer, right? But you're close enough to the door to get out. You point behind whoever's talking to you and scream, "Look, a panda." And every time they will look. Everybody looks. Every time. And not just look. They'll look and see and try to figure out what they're missing. Because everybody wants to see a panda, and they want to see it so bad that they'll take time to look to see what they're missing. This buys you time to get out. I've done it several times, and it's worked every time.
You know, I think I need to quote Dave Kern here and say, Matt, maybe this is why you're not very financially successful.
I should really patent this or copyright it because
It's
it
true.
works so flawlessly.
It's true. So give that guy some rum quick, says Steve, which I totally agree with. I actually have a better one. I have a better one that might not actually make you look too insane.
I think the panda one works really good. Although, you're right, it may reflect poorly.
Check this out. Okay, going along the same lines, let's say you're in a meeting, and it's your turn to speak, and you had a brain fart. You just have no idea where you are all of a sudden. Happens on the show literally at least 12 times every single week, as you guys well know. What you do is when it's just about your time, almost, kind of look at your phone, pick it up, look really surprised, throw down your stuff, and just bolt, just run, flat sprint out of the room. everybody's going to assume something terrible happened, and you won't be held accountable for anything that happens after that.
That's true. That is a really good one.
You don't look insane, and you have the sympathy and the empathy of everyone who assumes something went terribly wrong in your life.
I don't know. Panda's so funny.
Pandas.
And if you're going to get fired for something, make it getting fired because you screamed, "Look a panda," and ran out of a sales meeting.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to look too well on your LinkedIn profile.
Oh, who cares?
Fair enough.
Well, once you get to my age, then you don't really need to care anymore. I get it. The younger viewers probably should care.
Fair point. Fair point. Well, I'm sure we lost the younger viewers a long time ago. David Leffingwell says, "Dear God, don't do these things." And David, I got to say that might be the best piece of advice we've heard all night.
You said it live. I'm having trouble reading with my brain.
He's and that's a quote you don't often hear on these things.
Panda.
Look, I don't. I'm having a hard time reading with my brain. I'm sorry, my brain. I'm having a brain thing today. It's a whole thing. So it's been fun. It's been weird. And we will see you guys next week. Same Underdog time, same Underdog channel. We'll see you then.
Feeling infatuated with the in-between, the ups and downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood.